Hey, how's it, folks? Welcome back to the channel, or just plain old welcome if you are new. The 1897 S $20 gold piece. Some folks called it a double eagle back then. They made them from, I don't know, 1850 till about 1907. They went through three different versions, issues. They all weigh 33.40 grams. And they're 90% gold and 10% copper. I forget exactly how much gold. I think it's 96/100th of an ounce, 0.96, something like that maybe. Anyways, minted in San Francisco. There's three different versions. This is a version number 3. This 1897 S is one of the most common San Francisco mint double eagles. It's comparable to some other years, but way less than like 1898, 99, 1900. They made, wow, 6, 8 million of those. But I don't think rarity is this coin's greatest attribute. So that's what it is, or is it? That's what this handy dandy book will help me figure out whether I want to send this in to. Why would I want to send it in? Would it gain value if it was an MS something? I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like this has ever seen anybody's pocket. That's assuming that it's real. And I got some other little smaller versions of that. Got some of them Indian heads. They're in that book too. But this thing, I think it was Dub C. He was on a video, and he's talking about counterfeiters would actually counterfeit certain U.S. mint coins that were 90% gold with a counterfeit version of it that was also 90% gold. So I'm figuring those had to have been for some desirable ears. I don't think they picked one of the most common ones to mouse, but apparently somebody did, because I found an example of one. And I've seen this thing work on one of these eagles for a buddy of mine, and you'd have sworn that his Indian head was the poster child for that chapter. I mean, he took it back to his LCS and got a refund. Both of them were surprised. So I guess some of these genuine imitations can be pretty good. And so nothing special about it. I'm fairly confident that it's real. I can weigh it, although can I trust my yard sale scales? Enough. I can ping it, that pocket pinger, and I got the Precious Coin app. That might, assuage my paranoia that I never had for the 27 years I've had this thing. I acquired it in a trade, by the way. I traded a set of Callaway golf clubs, nice staff bag and everything, Big Bertha, probably a driver and a 3-wood, probably 2 through pitch, maybe even a sandwich. I don't remember. They were free to me. I was in the golf business. So yeah, so that's how I got it. So the history of this thing before 1998, it's I'm very sure, I'm very confident of that provenance. But before that, who knows? So that's what. Anyway, so it's really a beautiful coin. I took it out of this. This is kind of a homemade grading system. I've heard of PCGS, and what's the other one? NGC and ANAC. This grading company was MINE. It's mine. I graded it as mine. And wow, it's pretty hefty. But it's a pretty. I mean, it's a great looking coin. There you can see that. I forget his name, Longacre or some other, either designer or the artist or the engraver. And that's a good old Liberty. That might be that little one's big sister. Itsy bitsy little thing. And so let's get to. So that's the obverse heads, and this is the reverse. So there's the mint mark down there at the bottom, just catty corner from the top of the left part of the top of D. And wow, the lighting is really good at this moment. I don't want to tell you what time it is because that jinxed me, but I don't know how to do that cartwheel stuff that everybody does with their coins. I'm just not that athletic. But back to the task at hand. So why would I want to grade it? I don't know. If it was a huge value increase, and I could pedal it off and get something newer, I don't know. I might consider that. But it'd be nice. It'd be nice for whatever reasons, whether it's an SHTF reason or a currency reset reason. There's only two current events that I could ever fathom trading, selling, turning this into something that I don't have. Because why would I want to get rid of it? But so there is an example, both the obverse and the reverse. And here they're pointing out the 3 major flaws on Lady Liberty's face. Now, let's see if I can get them both in here at the same time or not. Wow, I think that one in the book is doing better cartwheels than mine. There we go. How's that? Okay, so yeah, you really can't tell, but you see those 3 marks right there? Well, they're not on this coin. Now, there are some marks on this gal's face, and I don't know. Maybe she had acne or she got scratched by a cat, and those are scars on her cheek. But they're not the gouges that are point to evidence of a counterfeit, like in the example in the book. Hey, Force likes gold. He says silver, no good. He'd rather have crypto. But and it also points out to what they are calling mushy stars. Someone's going to get it. I'm going to give it to him. And no, those stars don't look too mushy. I think there's an angle. Yeah, not mushy. Not mushy. And then on the back, they concentrate, the reverse, tails, they concentrate on the mint mark exclusively. And you see how the mint mark in the book, it's got some lines going up from the serifs, up and down from the serifs in the S. This one, no more that. No lines. It's pretty crisp, actually. Great looking reverse, tails, whatever you want to call it, back. The iconic eagle with a shield, E pluribus on the left and unum on the right. And I guess those were some of the changes they made that classified this as a type 3 or third version. $20. Look at our $20 bill now. Where'd it go? There it is. There's our 20 now. Wow, it sure has shrunk. Yeah, so, just for, I don't know, security's sake, getting a video out of it. So I think to send just one coin into one of those acronyms sounds to me like it's going to be about $40-ish. Let's call it 50. So I add that 50 to what the value was that I placed on those golf clubs, which cost me nothing, but I'll put a value on them. So that would mean I'd have 450 in this thing instead of approximately 400. So, and I did not steal, rip off anybody. This guy had to talk me into this. He'd been trying to get me into gold and didn't call it stacking, but bullion, silver bullion too. Silver Eagles, he's got to turn me on to Silver Eagles. And he was addicted to golf. Whereas I was cured of that addiction by getting in the business. Oh man, that's a nice angle. I guess this phone isn't horrible. But Force is yelling at me, so I think I covered everything. So yeah, it'd be mostly out of curiosity, and I actually think a holder, I don't know, there's two ways to think about it. So it's in a holder. Why is it in a holder? Is it fake? This is in a trading situation where conditions are not optimum, no matter what the reason. And, or it's not in a slab. Oh, whoa, how come it's not in a slab? Is it fake? So, whereas I think with a buffalo for sure, or an eagle, especially a type 2 eagle, I like those, would that be a little more handy in a SHTF type situation? I think in a currency reset, gold is gold, silver is silver, and there will be still collectors out there that would be more than happy to, take it off your hands for money or for something different. That's neat. Good looking coin. Well, thanks for getting this far. If you got any input, leave it in the comments. This little thing, I might do a video on that by itself. Why would anybody try to fake that little thing? How much money could there be in it for them? But I tell you what, when you get yourself a coin and you start searching it out, you know what most of it is? Yeah, a lot of it is about the coin itself. How was it made? Who did this? Who drew that? The number of stars and how many feathers are showing and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of history. So it's very neat. Like for instance, this thing, yes, when they confiscated gold in 1933, I think it was, all these gold coins had a story to tell after that. And the ones that didn't is because they swim in with the fishes, but the ocean they swim in is a big hot furnace because they got melted. Or they went through a transition and became a sovereign. And then even some of those that went to Europe, once gold became legal, air quotes, for citizens to hold, they came back. So yeah, neat some of the history you can find out about. But anyway, thanks for getting this far. Gold, just like silver, get it while you can, where you can, while you still can, for the best price you can without neglecting other priorities, obligations, and investments. Until the next time, all right then.